Hi, it's Matt Selhorst, Boat Dealer Profits, creator of the Splash System, and I'm committed to helping you sell more boats, make more money, and have more fun. For this week's Boat Dealer Profits TV episode, I'm updating some of my videos in my Splash System, and I wanted to show you what the Splash System is all about. Just give you a kind of a peek behind the curtains, whether you've read the book or you have not read my latest book, Boat Dealer Profits, how the Splash System can help you sell more boats, make more money, and have more fun. This video is going to give you some insight into the Splash System because this is a piece that's in the system, kind of laying it out as we get started. It's the roadmap, if you will, for the Splash System. It starts out with lead generation. If you're a dealership that you need additional leads, you need more opportunities to sell, the lead generation strategies in the Splash System are going to have the biggest impact. Talk about windows into your dealership, peeking into the dealership, and the prospect knows that you're there, but you don't know who the prospect is. I call them invisible prospects. They're out there, they're on your website, they're checking out your social media, they're checking out your Google reviews, they're maybe reading your ads in the paper. They know people that have bought boats from you, but you don't know who they are. I like to open as many doors as possible to your dealership, not just have the windows like your trucks and your brand ads and your Google listing and your signage and some of your social media stuff. I like to open doors where they can actually walk through. They tell you their name, their email, their phone number. They tell them about themselves, and you already are doing some of these. So it's not a foreign concept. You've got boat shows. You've got ads that drive people to call your dealership. Your inventory listings on your website. What the Splash System does is it opens more doors so that there's doors everywhere. On your website, we're opening additional doors than just the inventory. So if there's not a boat that prospect is interested in, maybe you don't have the right color, the right size, maybe they're just not ready to inquire about a particular boat yet. They're not at that point on the educational spectrum of a boat buyer. You give them additional ways to enter into your dealership world, opening the door by talking to researchers, by talking to evaluators, by talking to now buyers, each in a little bit different way, and you give them those opportunities on your website, on your social media, using social media ads, not just social media posts, but actual ads that can get you to a highly targeted prospect grouping in your local market area. It's a great technique. Not a lot of people are using it the right way, the Splash way. We'll say it that way. Educational marketing, online videos, all of those giving them the opportunity to walk through the door and give you their contact information, raising their hand saying, hey, I'm interested. I'm on the educational spectrum of a boat buyer. I'm interested in this product. And it takes you from the mass market, which are your radio spots, your TV ads, some of your signage, some of your print ads, some of the other advertising that you're spending to that mass market, and we're trying to funnel it down to get the people that are actually on the educational spectrum of a boat buyer and in that shopping, researching, evaluating process that I talk about in the books, both of my books, in my boating industry articles, and that is the lead generation component. Now, the lead generation leads into the 24/7 selling machine. Probably one of my favorite components that is going to change your dealership when you put it in place. Right now, you probably have a small little 24/7 selling machine. You probably have some of the components here that we're going to talk about. Your salesperson is doing most of the effort manually with emails and phone calls. They've got to do all the heavy lifting because they came in, they walked into your dealership, they inquired about a piece of inventory, and they came in not knowing a whole lot about your dealership other than the little bit that you have on your website that is likely very similar to everybody else. Maybe you do some newsletters that one of your vendors does for you. You do them internally. Maybe you hold some events, but most of it is done heavy lifting by the salesperson. Maybe you do some direct mail. Here's what we're going to add in the Splash System is all this stuff is going to stay in place. We're going to tweak it and adjust it to make it a little bit more effective, but you probably do a good job already. We're going to add in boat previews, consistent boat previews a relationship-based e-zine. It's different than your newsletters. It's going to be a different focus. It's going to be under the radar. It's not going to look like a sales tool, although it's very, very effective as a sales tool the way it's designed. A 365 autoresponder, which means that there's going to be communication out to the leads that you've generated over a year's period of time. That's going to have a very personal message, a very accurate message for what they're looking for as they go through the buying process, okay? This is a very unique autoresponder system. I can guarantee you it's different than anything that you're using or even your 20 group members are using unless they're a Splash dealer. Social proof, letting your happy clients sell for you. Building that value, pre-positioning those leads so that when they do talk to a salesperson, they're less price sensitive. They're predisposed, they're positioned to buy from you and pay a higher margin. Social proof, the retargeting and remarketing. So we're going to use some digital ads that you may be using right now for lead generation, but we're going to use them as a sales tool, and we're going to put specific messages in there that's going to help generate the next step. Offers. The offers are designed to take that lead and push them in to engage with your salespeople. Engage online with a form. Fill out some information, whether they take the step to get pre-qualified for financing, to get an insurance quote. Maybe they RSVP for an event, or there's a number of different strategies and tactics that we use to get them to take the next step to kind of, hey, we raised our hand, we're on the educational spectrum. Now we want to try to push them down and accelerate the speed at which they would go if they were left totally to their own devices, right? Left at their own speed. A lot of them are never going to buy a boat unless they're kind of persuaded and pushed down that line by attending a boat show, by attending an event, by getting communication that has the right messages. I talk about $1 versus $100 messages. That's advanced, but engage via email, engage via a phone call, or actually get them to walk into the dealership. And you can see in the Splash system, the leads go into the 24/7 selling machine. That thing is just running. It's chugging away. It's chugging away. We've canned and cloned a lot of the stuff, so we do it once and we use it over and over and over, like videos, reason why calls, to give your salesperson a reason to call that prospect outside of, hey, are you ready to buy a boat today? Are you ready today? We've got discounts. We've got rebates. It's a price discount. It's buy now because it's the lowest prices of the year, and your margins go right in the toilet. We give them good reason whys that are not price discount focused. Shock and awe package, education, and motivation. So we educate them and we motivate them to get involved in boating, to take the next step, to change lifestyles. And we educate them so that they are more confident in the decision that they're making, which allows them that comfort to pay a higher price. The reason they don't want to pay a high price is because of fear, right? We're going to give them that education so that we reduce that fear. We're going to do a lot of things in this 24/7 selling machine that's going to reduce that fear and motivate them in education, this piece of it. So we're going to drive them to take action, to engage your sales team. The 24/7 selling machine, contrary to what some people believe when I first start talking to them, is not about selling boats. It's about getting them to engage your sales team, move them up the communication ladder until they're face-to-face, nose-to-nose, toes-to-toes with your salespeople. Those salespeople are going to have a framework. I make the assumption that your salespeople are already pretty good. You know, maybe we can take them from good to great, and we can make the great ones even better with the framework of the Splash system by going through a simple sales framework. It's not rocket science, but it gives them step-by-step so they don't screw up all of the pre-positioning, all of the work that we've done up front when they do get face-to-face, nose-to-nose, toes-to-toes. We've got the greeting, the interview, the $1,000 presentation, proper price presentation. This right here, this can change the profitability of your business. This one single strategy, when it's focused on, can change the dealership's bottom line. When you put it together with all this, it can really revolutionize your boat business. The trial close, area concerns, asking for the sale. Can't tell you how many ownership, dealership owners, general managers, sales managers I talk to that say, Jim's great. Jim's great at everything here. He just doesn't ask for the sale. We're going to give him some easy techniques and strategies to ask for the sale, but we're going to change his mindset. We're going to give him the philosophy why it's imperative, why it's your duty to ask for the sale. Because if you don't ask for the sale, you are doing your clients a disservice because they're not going to buy a boat. If you don't ask them to buy a boat, they're likely not going to buy a boat. Or even worse, they buy from your competitors that aren't going to deliver the wow experience that your dealership is going to deliver. You probably already do. I'm going to give you a couple other little techniques and strategies to make it a big wow. Make it just in their face. They can't help but scream from the mountaintops how happy they are. And then we're going to put them in the relationship machine. The relationship machine has some of the components of the 24/7 selling machine, but the relationship machine is designed to churn out revenue, higher lifetime value for your clients, for your family members, your boating family members, to spend more of their boating dollars with you. Service, parts, accessories, electronics, gear, ship store, pro shops, repeat business. They buy their second boat, they upgrade, they change boating styles, referrals, their friends, their family, their boating friends, somebody they just run into on the water. And whatever revenue you have a restaurant, you have other, you have a canvas shop, upholstery shop, fiberglass work, detailing, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Once you have a wow delivery, you've positioned yourself, just like we position the leads for a high margin sales. When you deliver a wow experience, you're positioning your clients, your boating family members, to spend more of their dollars with you and increase the lifetime value. And then when you put them in that relationship machine, it just spins them out, just like it spins out the appointments here. So that's the Splash system. There's a lot of nuances, a lot of little things that, in the 24/7 selling machine, the easing. You can do it all wrong and lose a lot of the value. But when you do it the way I teach it, when you do it the way, if you go through the Splash system, there's some done-for-you components if you want to take advantage of those. If we're doing it for you, it's going to be 100% right, and the results are going to be there. That's why I guarantee the Splash system with the unheard of guarantee. You can read about it in the book. If we talk about it, if you apply for the Splash system, I'll share some more details with you. This video is already getting real long, but I was super excited as I did that video. I'm like, I've got to share this with everybody that may be thinking about the Splash system, not really sure what it is. The delivery mechanism for how the Splash system gets installed in your business, we can talk about that on the phone, but this is the Splash system at a very, very high level. Again, leaving out a lot of the nuances, devil's in the details, we all know that, but I give you the framework. I've got the templates, the components, most of them built out for you. The 80% done, 20% customized to you and your dealerships, your manufacturers, your messaging, what makes you unique. And that is what I love to do. That 20% is so much fun. The 80% that I've developed was just trial and error and doing it myself and doing it with dealers and just improving. Now the Splash system is rock solid, continues to evolve and improve as technology changes. But that 20% of getting it perfect for your dealership is a blast. I love doing it. I hope we can do it together sometime. And just go ahead and apply for the Splash system at Boat Dealer Profits /splash apply. It's one of the worst website URLs I've created. I put it in my book before I said it out loud, and there you have it. So Matt Selhorst, Boat Dealer Profits, creator of the Splash system. You've seen it. You get the idea what it's all about, and man, is it effective when you install it in your boat business. Hopefully we'll be talking soon. If not, have a great day, and we'll talk to you very soon. Take care.